Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a kind of like a learning tutorial for this game, Circus Caper for the NES, 90% route. I studied Toad's run a few times, so I think I pretty much got it down. As you can see from my splits, I haven't done any runs yet, so I am still learning, but I think this will help other people learn the game too, from how I understood it anyways. I'll link Toad's run in the description here as well, so you guys can watch what a full run will look like, and the best one at the time of this recording as well. So basically, start the game here. Premise of the game, just while this goes through here. Brother and sister go to the carnival, go to like a circus. They only have one ticket left. Brother gives it to sister. Brother waits for sister at the end of the show. End of show happens, sister doesn't come out. Mr. Magic stole sister, said he can't have her back. So brother, being a super badass, is gonna go in and save her, basically. So that's what's happening. Alright. And then that's the start of the game. So some quick mechanic things that I found out. So A is jump. You can control your jump height too. It jumps pretty high, as you can see. B is your attack. So your standing attack is this punch attack. You do have a crouching attack. I say crouching because like this is the crouch. It's kind of a goofy, like Matrix style animation. But this is your crouch, and that's your crouching attack as the kick. So there are some smaller enemies that you can only hurt with this crouching attack. Ideally in the speedrun you won't have to worry about that, because you'll kind of avoid any situations where you'll have to kill any of those shorter enemies. So, but just to point it out anyways, that's what's happening here. You can even attack in the air too. So otherwise, every enemy drops certain different power-ups or utilities that you can use. So there's I think 5 different things they can drop. There's the block there, you can see. There's a yo-yo, which we'll need for the final boss. There's a soccer ball, which we do not need at all. There's another soccer ball. There's also a hammer, which we also do not need. They just act as different weapons. And then the last drop they can do is, I think it's a piece of cake. Basically refills your health, so that one we want to be aware of. There it is, piece of cake. This looks like a piece of cake anyways. Let's see if I can get a hammer here too, just so I can show off what it looks like. I'm not going to spend too much time on it though, because honestly we don't need it. I can show you the soccer ball. So you push select to cycle through. Oh, there was the hammer too. Damn it. You push select to cycle through your items here. So the soccer ball, as you can see, just throws a soccer ball. Doesn't start moving until it hits the ground. Again, we will not need to worry about this for the speedrun. The yo-yo we will, though. I still think it's a yo-yo. We're gonna need that. We definitely need the blocks, too. Well, the hammer, he just throws a hammer, and the hammer goes straight from where you throw it, as opposed to like hitting the ground like a soccer ball. But I'm not going to spend too much time on that again. So the beginning of most of the stages, there's actually I guess it's like a secret exit. I don't know what you want to call it, or if it was just like unintended by the developer, but you basically go to the top and to the left to exit the stage. And that's basically how we're going to beat most of the stages here. So it's really easy. But I'm going to show you so the start of the run, so the time starts on character control here. So what we're looking for one of those blocks. Okay, that's a hammer. Hey, we can show what the hammer does now. There we go. Hammer. There's our block. It flew off the screen. Piece of cake. Don't need that. So let's see what the hammer does. Alright, there's our block. Perfect. Alright. So you're going to switch to the block. Now, let me just get my pointer out here. So where you want to lay the block, from what I found out, is you want to lay it like right around this area. So on this screen anyways, you're going to use like clowns as a guide. So right where there's no clown here, so you see clown, 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 no clown, we're going to try to lay the block right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay the block down, jump off the block to the top left of the screen here. So, save state. I was a little low, but that should work. Yep. So we're trying to get up on that like invisible ledge, basically. There's like an invisible ledge up here. Yeah, you can see you bonk your head there too. So you don't want to be too close here, because you're just going to bonk your head. You could like jump around it like that too. But I try to lay the block right there and then just jump up. And then just exit left. It's really easy. Don't try not to do it from too far away, because otherwise you can't reach it. And the block will disappear. And you don't want that to happen, because we actually, the first block power-up doesn't give us enough blocks we need to complete the run. That's start time. The first block power-up doesn't give us enough time to complete the run. We do have to get one additional one, so we can, and I'll explain that a little later. But we definitely don't want to be wasting any blocks. So you want to make sure you get that in the right position, so just like that. Again, try not to do it too close because you will bonk your head. If you do, you can like kind of jump around like this to get it. But I usually just try to just lay it right in this little area. I say try like I've been running this game forever, but I literally spent like an hour. I watched Toads run a few times, played around with the game a little bit, and like I said, it doesn't seem that difficult. So I think it's a pretty good understanding of it just from just a little bit of time. So hopefully this will help people even further. That's the first screen. Okay. So the second screen here is the only screen that has different mechanic. So you can see we got a little like jetpack here. So in order to, you can see my, actually you can't see my inputs on the screen there. Sorry guys, 1 second. Let me get my inputs up here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, there we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. Alright. So, in this section, you're going to tap A to get some height, and let go of A to just fall back to the ground. So that's pretty easy. Same thing, you can attack in the air here. So there is good. So we got a block right away, so that's perfect. The only other thing we're looking for here is one of the yo-yo power-ups, so it's like the black circle with the red outer circle. So we're looking for one of those too. Otherwise, we can get one on like one of the last screens, but if you can get one here, like without wasting too much time, like, perfect. Also be mindful of your health at the top, the hearts. There's a yo-yo there, perfect. So be careful of your hearts there. If you're running low on health, you want to just maintain your health there. So you can just get some cake like that one, just run back, grab some cake, refill our health a little bit. There's a lot of enemies on this screen. You're bound to get hit a few times, so if you can like easily grab some cake on the way, without wasting too much time. Like that was pretty good. And obviously the more comfortable you get with the game, the more you probably don't have to worry about your health so much. But, alright, well let me show the route through this screen here. So you can kind of just float through. Watch out for the evil black balls that come from the top of the screen there. So we're just making our way. We don't want to go too out of our way to get into these pickups, but we do need to get a block though. We definitely need a block, for sure. Let's start with it. Because there really won't be any other place to get another block power-up from where we need it, so if we see one of those, we definitely want to grab it. Grab the cake, though. So you want to take the top route here, too. So you come in, try to just float low, kill that guy. Again, watch Toads run to see this done a lot better. There's our block, so that's perfect. Is that a bomb? Oh, I've never seen a bomb before. Weird. Alright, we're just gonna grab the yo-yo too. So we need a block and a yo-yo. So here you're gonna kinda like, yeah, see how I kinda clip through the floor there? If you don't do that, you gotta kinda just like tap A until you get up there. Alright, and then same with this section here, you have to jump 5 times for some reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why, but that's just how it works. Okay, we're gonna float through. At the bottom here, there's gonna be more black balls. We just wanna get out of the way of. If you see him in your way, just kind of punch him. If you get hit, just keep going. Again here, just keep tapping A until you get up there. Watch out for the balloons here. Tap A until you get up there. Fall down. Probably gonna get hit by some balloon here. Nope. Alright, then we float through again. Watch out for the black ball. Here, you gotta be very careful here. It's really easy to fall too low. Here, I'll show you. Like, fall too low and take a death. Also, for this game, there's no continues. No lives. As soon as you die and your run is over. You're back to the beginning of the game. So just be careful here. Like, it's really easy just to kind of do something like that. So I've just been kind of just like mashing A through here until you know you're clear. Then you reach the end of the level. First level's pretty easy. Main things on the first level. getting an extra block power-up after you do the first, I'm gonna call them screen wraps, I guess. It's not really a screen wrap, but maybe it is. The first screen wrap, you want to make sure you get a block in the jetpack section. If you can, without too much trouble, get a yo-yo, and be mindful of your health. And again, the more comfortable you get the game, probably you don't have to worry about your health so much. But definitely need a block, for sure. You can get a yo-yo later, but you definitely need a block here. Alright, so the first boss, what we're going to try to do in all the bosses too is we're going to get them in like this stun animation where we'll just hit them in a rhythm where we're just going to keep doing damage and they're not going to be able to move. So I'll kind of show that here. So the first boss is here. It's like a clown bag. So here, this rhythm exactly. On Toad's Run, he kind of does like a back and forth kind of thing like this. Whatever's more comfortable for you. And you notice how I jump towards the center of the screen too? Because watch the key come down. Right there. So the end of the level doesn't happen until the key touches your head. So what your goal is to do every time you beat a boss is to jump towards the top and middle of the screen. Because the more centered you are too, because if you're not centered, he has to walk towards the center and then wait for the key to come down. So if you're all the way at the top and the middle, like the key's coming down right away. If you're at the top and way over here, he has to walk over here, then the key's gonna hit you. If you're way down here, the key's gonna take forever to hit you down. So try to get that timing down. Yeah, you probably watch Toad's Run to see what the timing for that is. But again, for this boss, it's pretty easy. Just kind of stand like right here. Just practice the timing a little bit. I would just make a save state just like this. And just practice this. You might want to be a little closer actually so you can hit him when he goes too far away. Maybe that's why Toad does the back and forth. Kind of just adjust to where he's going to be. See, I'm not like the best at it, but I've only practiced this like not even a handful of times and it's... So that was pretty good. So watch him walk a little bit. And then key comes down, but the height's really good. See how quick that was? I think that covers the first level. I think that's pretty good. So again, mash. You want to mash A and B. And then start too. I've been mashing A, B, and start on the cutscenes because I'm not really sure like what's causing it to go faster. I found it goes the fastest when I'm hitting A, B, and start. But you guys can kind of play around with that. So, alright, second level, super easy. We're just going to screen wrap it. Push select to get your block out. That's it. And then we got to the second boss. So again, once you start the level, select, jump, push B. This one you can almost basically just like hold right, jump, and then B, like right away pretty much. Like, oops, select, just like that. Like that seems to work perfect. Like, you don't have to like set up or anything. That's a little low though. That's still good. So, just push select to switch to your block. Like that's really easy. Alright, so for the second boss, again, push select to get to your fist, so that's with no items there. I wonder what the bomb does. I've never actually seen the bomb. That's weird. Okay. I'll probably just waste the bombs at some point. Alright. I messed this up. Alright, this is a bad save state, but kind of the same thing here. So you just want to get into some stun animation here. Yeah, it was a good jump too. There's really not much more to say about it, honestly. Like this one, you just want to set up. This one, you will have to do more of a back and forth because she'll start moving forward, so it's a lot easier just to do the back and forth here. Again, just practice the rhythm a little bit. Try not to take too much damage like that. And then for this jump too. Oh, the other thing too is you cannot pause the game on a boss fight. It will not let you pause the game. So, don't try to do that. But on this one, when you're jumping up, let me just show this really quick. When you're jumping up, you got to be mindful. If you jump straight up, you're gonna bonk your head on this, and you won't get as high. You have to jump up and around to try to land like inside of this thing. Okay. So I'll show that after I beat the boss here. Make sure again you're not on your item. Like you don't want to be like throwing blocks out here and wasting all your blocks. So just switch off. If you've grabbed a few items along the way, you might have to push select a few more times. If you've only grabbed a block and that's it, you'll just have to push it once. If you grabbed a yo-yo and a block, you'll have to push it twice. Alright. Again, just get your rhythm down. Just practice this for maybe like 5 or 10 minutes and you'll get it down. That's really like all I did on each one of these bosses. Maybe like 5-10 minutes just getting the rhythm down. As you see, I'm not like the best at it yet, but I mean, it's really not that hard. Alright, that was a bad jump. Let's see how I'm not as high as I could have been, but see how I jumped through it to try to get inside of that hitbox of that. The second level. Again, mash A, B, and start. That's what I do anyways. Okay, so the third stage, again, same thing. Setting up the screen wrap. And then we're going to get into a mini-game. This is the third, this is technically the third boss, but it's not a boss fight, it's more of like a mini-game. But it's super easy. Okay, so again, one more time. Oh shit, I forgot to update my save state. Alright, we'll show this one more time. Hopefully, maybe we can get a better jump. Show the rhythm one more time. Take some donations if we have some. Oh, that was bad. Yeah, try not to let this happen. Actually, I'm gonna do that one more time just so I don't have, like, no health going into the next stages. That was a really good jump, too. See, I'm right in the center. I'm as high as I could have been. Beautiful. Alright. Get the save state. Mash A, B, and start. Alright, so again, push select once, set your block up, exit stage left. Easy. Okay. So for this minigame, the goal is there's going to be meat and bones that show up on this little table. You push A to grab with your fork. The premise of the game is to grab the meat. You get 1 point for every meat you grab. You lose 1 point for every bone you grab. Unfortunately, this game is, I guess fortunately for us anyways, this game is pretty poorly programmed. So there's more meat than bones that show up, and you can always get it faster than the tiger can. So you basically just grab everything. Because it guarantees that you're going to win. It also guarantees he's not going to get anything. And this is really easy to get the rhythm down too. So once you see the item, you just push A. And I'll show this here. And it takes a minute. You have to do this for a minute. You don't have to do it for the full minute. I usually do it like for 40-50 seconds once I have a big enough lead. But yeah, just mash A, B, and start until it starts. 1 minute. Now just watch. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about losing any points. Because there's more meat than bones every time. Like, he's not even getting a chance to grab anything. Oh, we got that one. Of course, right as I was saying that, he grabbed it. But really, it's like 1 in what, like 20 that he grabbed? Again, just practice this a few times, like it's super easy. He still has 0 points. Well, I meat. I even messed up there. Nah, I'm just gonna take a break for the rest of the time. It's easy. He can have the rest. And that's the third stage. Third boss. Easy peasy. Alright, mash A, B, and start. We're just gonna move on, because that's easy enough. Alright, so... Alright. So next stage, again, same, more of the same. Oh, here's one of the smaller enemies, so here, I'll just show this really quick. See, I can't punch him. I have to kick him like that. I guess if you're super low on health, and you're in like a no reset situation, you could probably kill a few of these enemies to try to get like some health drops. Or if you were like, oh shit, I forgot to grab my block power up, like you can probably just like grind these. These guys are pretty easy to kill. There's some cake. So yeah, you could probably just do a little bit of farming on these guys if you needed to. Oh god, don't do that. But anyways, so start of the stage. If otherwise, you're just gonna push select, jump up, and you can actually see the ledge on this one. So it's pretty easy. And then we get to the next boss fight, and this boss is the same as all the other bosses. We just get him in that stun animation. This guy, though, you want to make sure you hit him when he's first walking to the left. You don't want to let him walk to the right, otherwise you're not going to be able to like hit him. It's really weird. So just try to get the timing down right at the beginning there. So I'll show you here. Switch off your block again. Back and forth. Oh, almost lost it there. This one you can just jump straight up, because there's nothing blocking your way. Let me just show you really quick what happens if you don't get him. It's hard to get the rhythm down on this side. I guess you can. You might want to practice it both ways just to be on the safe side. That was a perfect jump there, right at the height of my jump. Pretty much in there. We'll just try to catch him right away. And it's the same timing for all of them. Once you get that first hit in, you're usually pretty good. It's the same timing. Everyone except the last boss. Oop, just lost it there. Perfect jump there. Again, don't really need to go too much more into that. Same with the next level too. Next level is really easy as well. So again, same thing. Select. Now, if you didn't get a second block power-up, this would be your last one. So that's why you have to grab another one, because we need one more in the next stage. So that's why it's important to grab one before you get to this point. If you don't, if you don't have one after this, then it's really hard to get another one. Because you basically have to do it on this screen. It's really hard to get one on the beginning of the first screen, so just make sure you grab another block power-up. So again, same thing, just select, get your block. And here's the bear. So this one, it's really hard to land that first hit. And his hitbox is a little weird. This one I had to practice the most. He also seems like he takes less hits too, which is cool. That's a perfect jump again. So again, select, get your up there. Alright, so switch off your block. When I hit him, you want to hit him as soon as possible, because watch what happens. He speeds up. It's really hard to get him back once you've missed him the first time. So you definitely don't want that to happen. So just try to hit him right away. Just like that. Try not to miss though. This one I would recommend practicing a bunch. But just practice that one over and over again. Again, the stages are non-existent at that point. The last stage will actually have some stuff to do though, which is cool. Again, A, B, and start, mash, mash, mash. Little girl was taken by Mr. Magic. Okay, so start of this stage again, select, get your block. Now you can see I have no blocks left now, which is perfect, because I grabbed one. I grabbed the block power up in that second section there. Now if you didn't have a block here, you'd probably have to kill these guys. These guys can be a little tricky. Of course I got a perfect drop there. So you could grind one out here, but again, you're at the mercy of the RNG. If you get one along the way, it's a lot easier. Easy. Okay. So now here? Okay. So this is the last part of the game here. So once you exit screen left, you come down here. This guy, if he grabs you, he'll reverse your controls. So try not to let that happen. Also, be mindful of these one-tile gaps in the floor here. You cannot walk across this, you will die. So just to jump over here. Be careful of that gap too, because there's if you don't see a bear before then, he's probably going to pop up here. So just something like that. And go through this first door. Go through the second door. Go through the third door. Alright, now we're on the second to last screen here. So here you want to go to the left. If you haven't gotten your yo-yo yet, this is a good screen to get it onto. Or, actually, you don't have to refill your health here either. Because you'll get health. There's another minigame before the final stretch, and you'll get all your health back after that, too. But if you're, like, super low on health, if you have, like, one heart left, you want to be on the safe side, you might want to grab a piece of cake or something here. So let's just go through this game here. Hop over here. Watch out for this bear. And do something like that. Go through the first door. Second door. Third door. And then go to the left. Watch out for the falling chandeliers. Again, we don't need anything here. The only thing you would need is a yo-yo. So like there, grab the yo-yo. If you hadn't gotten one already, if you already got one, then don't worry about it. Just be careful of these falling chandeliers, so you don't want to get hit over like over a pit, and then fall down the pit, because pit's instant death. So again, one more time from the beginning. After this stage exit, 1, 2, 3. Up to go through the doors. Go to the left. Grab a yo-yo if you haven't already gotten one. And the falling chandeliers. Go through the door all the way to the left. Go right to the right, watch out for this gap, and then go through the door on the right. Okay. Mash A, B, and start. This is the final stretch here. So there's going to be a mini-game, and then we're going to have like a boss rush. The thing about the boss rushes is all the enemies are super weak. They only take 2 hits to kill, except for the final boss. So the mini-game here, you're playing like a catching game against a boxing kangaroo. So you're going to push A to collect the falling balls from the air. You just have to collect more than the kangaroo does. And it's really easy. You have a minute to do so, here, I'll show you. So just practice this, like, you only have to practice this, like, I haven't lost this yet. I won it on the first try. It's really easy. But just watch for the falling balls and then just push A to collect them. The hitbox is pretty generous too, so you don't even have to be, like, right on top of them and you can still collect them. As long as you're collecting at a good rate, like, you shouldn't have any chance of, like, losing. Like I said, I did it on my first try. I haven't been close to losing since. This is honestly the closest I've been to losing so far. But we're gonna have plenty more chances here to extend our lead, so to speak. Every time you hear the noise, that means you collected one. So like, this was like an awful attempt, and I'm still like 6, 7 ahead now. And it's the final stretch, so it's, again, just practice it a few times if you have to, but it's really easy. Like now I'm like almost 20 ahead, or 12. Whatever, you can do math. Alright, and that's it. And then you go into the final boss rush right away. Okay? But you get all your health back after that minigame, which is cool, so you don't have to worry about your health in the final level. Unless, of course, getting to the minigame, you have to be careful of it, so. Alright, so final boss rush, and I'll show you how easy this is. 2 hits and he's dead. Here you do want to be mindful of your health, because you want to save as much as you can for the final fight. Yeah, really easy. Alright, I'm gonna redo that though, because I don't want to lose that much health. Yeah. Can't get that first hit in. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna make a save state here. Now, I suggest watching Toad's run. This is the final fight. This is Mr. Magic himself. I would suggest watching Toad's run. Again, I'll link it in the description of this video. Just to see how this fight is supposed to be done. No, I'm not that great at it yet. But I'll show you. So you want to switch to your yo-yo. And then you want to kind of just jump up really quick. And then position yourself right here. I don't know if you like... I think you want to try to time it out too. Yeah, just like that. It was kind of all over the place, but... That's it. It's Mr. Magic. That's the game. Time is fade to black at the end of that last fight. So I think the idea is to kind of get him in a stun lock here. Try to time your punches out. I think the point of the yo-yo is just to get some extra hits in, just in case he starts to fly away. So if you get him low enough, you can kind of get him in the same kind of stun animation with your punches. Time your punches out. The yo-yo is just doing supplemental damage, but see, that was an awful attempt and I died, and that's game over. Run's dead. So I would, again, just watch Toad's run to kind of get this down as to how it's supposed to look. It looks like something like that. That was pretty good. Oh, that was not good. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because, again, I'm not like a master at this. I don't really know exactly how the best way to do it, if there is a setup for it. But I feel like with enough practice, you can at least finish the fight, as long as you get there with enough health. So again, check out Toad's run in the description, watch his fight, try to learn a better way to do it. But it's basically the same. You want to get him in that stun animation, use the yo-yo as supplemental damage to keep him in one place. That's the end of the run. that did not take long. That took just about 30 minutes to go through the game. Again, it's really easy. It's an easy game. The last fight is really... So the last fight's tough. Navigating through that jetpack section can be a little tricky, especially to do it, like, optimally. You know, getting your pickups when you need them is gonna determine, like, a good time from, like, a great time. You're only at the mercy of your RNG. So, and also, the last fight, the bear fight can be difficult, and also the fight before that, the lion tamer fight. But again, with just a little bit of practice, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes on each one, you'll get it down pretty quickly. So, anyways, I hope this helps everybody learn the game. Excited to see what you guys do for this month, and just for future runners of this game, find this video. Hopefully, you guys find it helpful. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something, and yeah, hopefully we'll see some runs pop up in the leaderboard for this one. Thanks, guys.